Now, Kenya prepares to join the world in marking the Menstrual Hygiene Day on Sunday amidst calls to end period shame, stigma, and addressing lack of access to sanitary towels for girls and women. Estimates show that over 50% of women and girls in Kenya still cannot access sanitary towels, despite efforts and financial investments by the government to provide these essentials for free to those who are vulnerable. All stakeholders are concerned about the health and psychological impacts of the lack of access to these essential items. Serfin Achieng Oma reports.
On 6th of September 2019, reports of a 14-year-old girl from Bomet County who committed suicide after she was shamed by her teacher for soiling her school uniform during menstruation shocked the country. Close to 4 years since Jacqueline Chepngeno was buried, her mother is yet to come to terms with her death.
Hana maneno mingi hataweza kuongea mengi.
As Kenya prepares to join the world in marking the Menstrual Hygiene Day on Sunday, Mama Jacqueline joined a stakeholders forum in Nairobi to say no to period shaming.
I wish that I would have your attention so that you can put a face to what we are talking about. The stigma, the shaming, the lack of access to these products, and really the worst that could happen is actually that you would have a girl take her own life.
Stakeholders called for urgent interventions to address the lack of access to sanitary pads for vulnerable girls and women, which has occasioned intolerable health and psychological impacts.
In Kenya, 55% of girls find menstrual products too expensive to purchase on a regular basis, and only 30% of surveyed schools provided sanitary pads for the female students.
The forum also provided a platform for the launch of a bill seeking to streamline the distribution of free sanitary pads for female students and prisoners in the country.
There's one thing that we want to ensure, that there's a committee that understands what it means to actually procure the sanitary towels and make sure that we work with the relevant leaders to the grassroots to ensure that the schools get the sanitary towels, so that in between, we don't have any monkey business.
We have to agree on how many a girl should get, within what period, and we have to crack down on the crooks that make commercial interests in this particular area. And there are many people who have made money.
We started the He for She campaign because we need male voices at the forefront in supporting these issues. And this awareness must go out. We must educate young boys in school to know that it's a normal biological process that is actually a sacred process.
The event culminated with a flagging off of a pad bank that will distribute pads to vulnerable girls in schools across the 47 counties in Kenya. The theme for the 2023 Menstrual Hygiene Day seeks to break the silence and make menstruation a normal fact of life by 2030. Serfin Achieng Oma, Citizen TV.